My exposure to church growing up was more something that I felt like I was missing. I felt like I kind of, I wasn't part of a club. A lot of my friends went to Catholic church, and I went with them every now and again, but it didn't make a lot of sense. I didn't gather a lot from it. I always had an inkling, and I had my own sort of faith, my prayers to God at night, and God, please let me pass my test. Please let this boy ask me out. It was very much selfish, individual type prayer. Still had a belief that there was, something greater there, but didn't really understand denominations and didn't grow up with the Bible. So had very limited knowledge. It was when I had Maddie, and so Mark and I had talked to her. She had a lot of questions, and I didn't want Maddie to go through the same thing that I went through growing up, where she just didn't have that knowledge and that understanding and felt like she was missing something. We tried out a couple of different places, but we were really searching for something that we could all benefit from. We had some challenges going on from a business perspective that were weighing on our family, and downsizing, opening a business, and there was a lot of stuff going on that was creating also a greater need to seek something else out. Around that time, we saw the article in the Burlington Post that was talking about Starting Point, a church for people who don't go to church. So it was fantastic, because that was us. That was me my entire life. We thought it was a perfect opportunity to go and try out. So we went to the preview, and I was pretty much sold on the first one. Coming home and telling Mark, that there was clips from Dumb and Dumber, and there was songs from Katy Perry, and I'm like, this is my kind of church. I get it. There was all kinds of phrases that I've since heard that I'm like, oh, that's from the Bible? Oh, cool. I didn't know that. The greater exposure I was provided to the teachings of the Bible and to Jesus, and realizing that there was someone greater than me. Understanding why God brought Jesus to earth and how that restored a relationship. One of the messages that really resonated and really got me thinking, and is something that I think about on a regular basis, was the message that talked about, whenever we're feeling burdened or overwhelmed with something, if we hand it over to Jesus. I can't, but Jesus can through me. And that to me gives me comfort in times of stress, and times where you just kind of want to lose it. Particularly, dealing with relationships sometimes. I can't deal with this, but kind of handing it over, it gives you just a greater sense of peace, and it just allows you to just deal with things in a different way. And for me, that's been a big game changer. And I know friends have seen a change in Mark and I, and our relationship, and just even in the way we deal with other people, and just an overall change since we've been coming to Starting Point. Coming up with the baptism, it's something that I've been pondering for quite some time. It's just made a lot of sense for quite some time, so it's just okay now. It's time. That exposure to community, and the sense and the need to invite Jesus into our lives in a broad way, not to have the one-to-one relationship, but that we were designed to have a one-to-one and a one-to-many relationship, and that whole sense of community. And I've just met such amazing people. The baptism is the next step I need to take. I feel that I'm already there. I've defined my relationship, and that's why I'm here.
Based on your profession of faith, I now baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.